Welcome back to Mindset Rebuild, your go-to for rewiring your habits and unlocking unstoppable growth. I'm Alan, and I'm here with Rebecca. Today, we're taking a Mindset Minute deep dive into biotech and the future of you.
Yeah, Alan, we're diving deep into Coach Warren's work and how he wants us to rethink health and longevity. It's a whole new way of looking at things.
We're not talking about some distant future here, are we? These changes are happening right now, and they could reshape everything.
Not at all. For a long time, our approach to health has been reactive. We wait for something to go wrong and then scramble to fix it.
Right.
But what if we could change that? What if we used biotech to solve problems before they even happen? Proactive, not reactive.
Now that's interesting. A world where we prevent diseases, not just treat them.
Exactly. And it's closer than you think. Take CRISPR, for example, a
Yeah.
gene editing technology that basically lets us rewrite the code of life.
Like a find and replace for DNA. We could actually target the genes that cause diseases and get rid of them from our families forever.
Think about it, Alan. Cystic fibrosis, Huntington's disease, even some cancers, gone.
Wow. That's a huge idea, but I'm sure some people are worried about messing with our genes like that, right? Ethically, I mean.
Of course, any powerful technology has ethical questions, but the potential benefits are just enormous, you have to admit.
So true. And it goes beyond getting rid of diseases, right? Could we use gene editing to improve ourselves? Or even add new traits?
Exactly. That's when things get really interesting. What does it mean to be human if we can design ourselves? Where's the line between therapy and enhancement? Big questions.
Huge. And gene editing is just one part of this whole biotech thing. We're seeing all this amazing stuff with synthetic biology. We're basically engineering life from scratch now.
It's like programming with biology, building organisms that do what we want, almost like living machines.
Wild. The thing that really blew my mind was using synthetic biology for food security.
Right. Creating crops that can resist anything, diseases, pests, even droughts. And they can grow anywhere.
Imagine a world without famine. Everyone has enough food, good food, no matter where they live.
It's powerful stuff. And it's not just about plants. Scientists are engineering microbes that can do amazing things.
Like eating plastic, right. I read about those. Microbes that actually break down plastic waste and turn it into harmless stuff.
Sounds crazy, but it's real. It could totally change how we deal with pollution. No more plastic waste.
Incredible. It seems like we need a complete shift in our thinking. We have to move away from reacting to things and become proactive. It's like what Coach Warren talks about.
Exactly. He calls it the longevity mindset shift. We're not just along for the ride, we can shape our own lives, especially when it comes to our health and how long we live.
I like that. So how do we do it? How do we make this shift and get ready for a future that's so different from what we know?
Well, Coach Warren has a 3-step framework. The first step is upgrade your knowledge. Basically, stay curious and learn about what's happening in biotech.
Makes sense. If we want to make good choices about our health and our future, we need to understand what's going on.
Exactly. And there are so many ways to learn. Publications like MIT Technology Review, podcasts like this one, even social media.
It can be overwhelming, though, right? This stuff is changing so fast.
It can be. But you don't have to become an expert overnight. Just stay curious, ask questions, and keep learning. So the more we learn about biotech, the better choices we can make about our health. That's step 2. Make proactive health moves.
That's where personalized medicine comes in, right?
Yeah.
Using our own genetic information to figure out the best way to stay healthy.
Exactly. Forget one size fits all. The future is about personalized and preventive healthcare.
Imagine getting a genetic test that tells you if you're likely to get a certain disease. You could change your lifestyle or start treatment before you even get sick.
It goes beyond the doctor's office, too. We have all these gadgets that track our health data all the time.
Like sleep trackers, fitness wearables, even blood sugar monitors. This stuff can help us see patterns, adjust our habits, and basically optimize our health every day.
It's powerful. And we're only just getting started. As technology gets better, we'll have even more tools and data at our fingertips.
But all this tech is just a tool. The real shift is in our mindset. We need to be open to change and see the future as an opportunity, not a threat.
That leads us to step 3. Build resilience for change.
Adaptability is key in a world that's changing so fast. But how do we actually build resilience?
It's about trying new things and challenging what you think you know.
Like lab-grown meat, nootropics, biohacking, they might seem weird now, but they could be the future of food and health.
It's about being curious, not afraid. The more comfortable we are with change, the easier it will be to handle whatever the future throws at us.
And with this longevity mindset, aging isn't about decline anymore. It's a challenge to overcome, something to explore.
We have more control over our health and lifespan than we think. What we do today shapes our future.
This is really inspiring, Rebecca. It feels like we're on the edge of something amazing, a whole new era of health and well-being.
We are, Alan, and the best part is we get to be a part of it, to shape it. We're not just watching from the sidelines.
It's about taking charge of our health, our minds, our lives. It all starts with that mindset minute, that commitment to learning and growing every day.
So, Alan, are you ready to step into the future?
Absolutely. And I hope our listeners will join us.
We'll be back in a few minutes to keep talking about this. This shift to proactive thinking, I think it could go way beyond just our physical health.
Oh, interesting. So you're saying this longevity mindset could apply to other parts of our lives too, like what?
Well, think about our careers. What if we could predict what's coming next in our industry? What if we learned new skills before everyone else needed them?
So instead of freaking out when we lose our jobs or the economy tanks, we're already prepared to succeed no matter what happens.
Exactly. And it could change how we manage our money, too. Imagine these super smart financial tools that use data to help us make better investment decisions.
Like personalized algorithms that predict market trends. We could avoid making bad financial choices, kind of like preventive medicine for our money.
Right. And it could even change our relationships. Imagine being more open with each other, fixing problems before they get big, always trying to make the relationship better.
Instead of waiting for things to explode, we're always working on things, making our relationships stronger.
This longevity mindset is about taking control of everything, from our health and money to our jobs and relationships. It's about realizing we're not just along for the ride, we're driving.
I like that. We're the drivers. Okay, but how do we actually do it? How do we develop this longevity mindset?
Well, like we said, staying informed is huge. Even a few minutes a day can make a difference. Read articles, listen to podcasts like this one, follow experts on social media.
That makes sense, but there's so much information out there. It's hard to keep up with everything, right?
Yeah, it can be a lot. You don't have to know everything. Just be curious and keep learning. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Okay, that helps. And as we learn more, we can start using all these new tools and technologies, like genetic testing, biometric tracking, even personalized nutrition plans based on our DNA.
There are so many ways to take control of our health. It's amazing. And it's not just about living longer. It's about feeling good while we do it.
Living a long and awesome life, not just a long one.
Exactly. And it's not just about us as individuals. A world full of people who think this way would be a world of innovation, creativity, and progress.
Imagine people in their 80s and 90s still working, sharing their experience, contributing to society.
It's a world where age isn't a bad thing. It's a sign of experience and wisdom. A world where we're all learning and growing, pushing the limits of what's possible.
I love that. It's a future worth working for. It all starts with our mindset, being open to change and seeing the good in every challenge.
We can shape our own futures together.
So what's one small thing our listeners can do today to start developing this longevity mindset?
So many things. Read an article about CRISPR, try a new biohacking technique, start tracking your sleep, maybe your nutrition, just something small.
Even just spending 5 minutes a day learning about a cool new scientific discovery, that adds up over time.
The important thing is to do something, to build momentum. Little by little, those small efforts lead to big changes.
This has been great, Rebecca. Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
The pleasure is all mine, Alan. I hope everyone listening is feeling inspired to embrace this longevity mindset and join us on this journey into the future.
I'm sure they are. But before we move on, tell everyone where they can go for more information.
If you want to know more about Coach Warren and his work, especially the Mindset Minute, check out mindsetrebuild.substack.com.
And don't forget to subscribe to Mindset Rebuild while you're there. We're all about helping you rewire your habits and reach your full potential.
Remember, you can be the calm, collected CEO of your own life.
We'll be back in a minute to finish up this deep dive and leave you with something to think about. You know, Rekha, this whole conversation has really changed how I think about getting older. I used to think it was all downhill from here, like our bodies and minds just start to fall apart.
I get it. We've been told that aging means decline.
But you're saying we can change that. We can actually fight back against aging.
Exactly. Biotech is giving us the tools to rewrite the whole story of aging.
We've talked about gene editing and synthetic biology, but what else is out there? What other biotech stuff could help us live longer, healthier lives?
Regenerative medicine is really exciting. It's all about repairing or replacing damaged tissues and organs. It's like hitting the rewind button on aging.
Like growing organs in a lab.
Right.
Or 3D printing body parts. I've heard about that.
That's part of it, yeah. Imagine needing a new heart or liver and just getting a perfect match grown in a lab. Or using stem cells to fix your knee cartilage so you don't have that arthritis pain anymore.
Wow, that's amazing. What about our brains? Can they fix age-related stuff like memory problems?
That's a big focus for researchers right now. They're figuring out how to grow new brain cells and protect the ones we have.
So we could stop diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's?
That's the hope. We're not quite there yet, but we're making progress.
It's incredible. But even if we could live way longer, wouldn't that cause problems? Like, what about our society and healthcare systems? How would they handle everyone living so much longer?
Oh, absolutely. As people live longer, we'll need to rethink everything. How society works, healthcare, retirement, it's a huge change.
It's a total paradigm shift.
But I think it's a good thing. We have this chance to build a society that values older people, that sees their wisdom and experience as something good.
Where living longer isn't a problem but an asset.
Exactly. And it starts with how we think about aging. We have to stop being afraid of it.
We have to realize we have the power to shape our own futures.
We have more control over our health and longevity than we think.
So what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from this conversation?
The future isn't something that just happens to us. We make it. And when it comes to how long and how well we live, we can make a future that's amazing, better than anything we can imagine.
A future where getting older isn't a bad thing, but a good thing.
A future where everyone can live a long, healthy, fulfilling life.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. This has been eye-opening.
It's been a pleasure, Alan.
And to our listeners, join us on this journey. Embrace this new way of thinking about aging. Stay curious. Keep learning.
We all have the power to create a better future.
That's a powerful thought. Thanks for joining us on Mindset Rebuild. Don't forget to subscribe at mindsetrebuild.substack.com for more great episodes.
Stay curious and open-minded, everyone. See you next time.